Discover Kids, welcome back. This is week 2 of our new series, Right on Time. This week we are going to be learning from Genesis 39, verses 1 through 6. We will be learning about Joseph and when he worked for the Potiphar. So during this series, we're learning about a guy from the Bible named Joseph. His story is in the very first book of the Bible, which is Genesis. So last week we learned a little bit about Joseph when we learned that he had 11 brothers. We learned that he was his father's favorite, and his father gifted him a rainbow coat, a coat of many colors, and his brothers were very, very jealous of him. So they threw him into a pit and then eventually pulled him up from that pit and sold him to traders. Then they took the colorful coat back to their father after they had ripped it up and poured animal's blood on it, and they told him that Joseph had died. And we talked about how that's not doing the right thing and how we shouldn't lie to our parents and we should always tell the truth and how we shouldn't feel jealous and we shouldn't do that to our siblings, obviously, but we also shouldn't do evil things to others. So Jacob was sad to learn that his son Joseph had been killed, but Joseph was actually alive and he was living in a place called Egypt. So let's learn about Joseph's life in Egypt. The traders who bought Joseph sold him to a man in Egypt named Potiphar. Potiphar was a royal official for the Pharaoh. Joseph lived in Potiphar's house, and worked hard by doing chores for him. Joseph's life may have been tough, but God made him successful in everything that he did. Joseph went from being his father's favorite son to being a worker for Potiphar. That was pretty hard for Joseph. It was probably very, very hard for Joseph. But even though his circumstances may have been tough, he treated Potiphar the right way, and he did his best, and he worked hard for him. God wants us to do the right things to others, even when it's hard. Because Joseph always did the right thing, the Potiphar saw his hard work and gave him a new job. He put Joseph in charge of his whole house. Because Joseph worked hard and did the right thing with his first job, Potiphar knew that he could trust him with more responsibility. God blessed Joseph with his new job, and God also blessed Potiphar's family and his servants. He blessed everything Potiphar had in his house and in his field. Was it a good thing that the Potiphar's family and servants were blessed by God? Yeah, of course it was. Sometimes it's easy to be jealous when we see good things happen to those around us, but it's always the right time to celebrate others when God blesses them. Joseph kept doing what was right by taking care of everything in Potiphar's house and fields. Potiphar knew that he didn't have to worry about anything with Joseph in charge. Joseph worked hard and he did what was right every day. It can be difficult to do the right thing when it requires hard work, but Joseph chose to do what was right. Doing what's right to others is exactly what God wants for you and me. Just as Joseph did what was right to the Potiphar by working hard, we can do what's right to others too. It's always the right time to do what's right. So this week, just think about some things that you can do right to others around you. You can obey your parents, you can be kind to friends at school, you can say kind things to and about people, you can be generous with your things, you can share with your siblings, share with your friends, you can stand up for others if you see someone being picked on, you can stand up for them and let the bully know that that's not the right thing to do. But we can't be mean to the bully, we have to show grace and we have to show kindness and just treat others the way you want to be treated. So show them the love of God and show them grace. So just think about that this week and think about doing what's right all the time, not just in Sunday school, not just at home, just all the time when you're out there in the community, when you're in school, when you're at daycare, when you're on the baseball field, softball field. Just always remember to do what's right. Have a fantastic week, Discover Kids.